Hey there, Ken Coscia here with a video lesson today on the inevitable cycles of personal growth or self-improvement. I'm sure if you're a student of personal growth, you've noticed that sometimes we grow and grow and grow, and invariably we kind of hit a plateau, don't we? Sometimes we even slip back into old patterns. Can you relate? Have you noticed that sometimes, no matter how much effort you make, no matter how much of the work you do, for whatever reason, you slip back by default into the old patterns that no longer serve you, that no longer getting you where you want to go in your life? So I'd like to share with you some thoughts about that and offer you some strategies that you can use to help manage that more effectively and to sustain your growth, to help you keep things going, moving along in the direction that's going to help you to have a more fulfilling life, whether it be you want to enrich in a relationship, whether it be you want to scale up your business, or perhaps you're working on your health. So let's take a look at the board together. When it comes to personal growth or self-improvement, some people out there, you've seen the videos, you've seen the lessons, would like us to think it's a quick fix, and that all we have to do is buy this or buy that, and we're going to go and soar so quickly. Well, my friends, if you've been in this field for any period of time, you've come to realize that really just isn't the case, is it? For example, it looks something like this. We do something that stimulates us, that gives us an idea, that inspires us, and we grow. We apply it, we implement it. That's necessary. So just to consume knowledge, okay, but it does little or nothing unless we apply it, integrate it into our lives and apply it. So let's assume we're doing that. So we grow. Invariably, though, it's just the way it is. You could say it's the cycle of life. Even in the life sciences, if you study the human body, if you study the way we grow from energy to atoms to cells to molecules to the cellular structure of the body to the whole organ system of the body, there are 3 stages: growth, stability, and cessation of growth. And if we study the life sciences, we see that it tends to be in an overlapping like manner. For example, keeping it simple, typically the energy builds, let's focus on the small set of the atoms, and atoms eventually multiply and they're paired off to form a higher expression. So the multiplying of the atoms would be the energy increase, the growth. If all we get is growth, it's not healthy, it's not stable. So the way the body intelligence works is there's stability, there's management, there's centering, and those atoms are paired off to form an even higher, more intelligent expression called molecules. And then in the meantime, that original cycle of the atoms ceases, completes the cycle, while at the center point there's an overlap, new growth. And from molecules to cells, from cells to the body, as we know, all life goes through this. It's inevitable. You've heard the expression, the ebb and the flow. So if we look at our growth, if we grow, what happens to some people I've noticed, I've been doing this work for better than 51 years all over the world. I serve as the training director for the Silva Method. I'm the most experienced instructor. I've worked with hundreds of thousands of people in person events, and now we've expanded into virtual. However, what I've noticed is that every once in a while there's a rising star, even as new instructors, and they just soar. Unless they remain grounded, what happens? They crash and burn. You've seen this in every industry, entertainment industry, in business. If the business is not founded on principles, not grounded somehow, not balanced, it needs to have that to sustain the growth. What I'm saying is the same is true about you and I for our personal growth, for our spiritual growth, for our self-improvement. So it begins here, stimulating, new idea, right? And then we plateau. We stop growing. If, however, at this point, a very important point, Let me emphasize it in green for you. This is the key point, because this is where we're stabilizing. This is where we're managing. This is where we reflect, and it's important. Where have I been? Where do I want to go? And what have I achieved so far? Once we do that and we're clear about our intention and we're clear about what we want and we know and we have an alignment of our goals, our intentions with our values, then and only then will we continue to grow. So maybe we read a book, we hire a coach, we take a coursework, whatever it might be, and then we grow some more. And invariably we're going to hit that plateau again, and the same thing happens all over. So my friends, what I'm saying to you is this phase where we are stabilizing, where we're centering, where we're managing the energy, where we're evaluating, where have I been, where do I want to be, and what have I achieved so far, is necessary. This is what grounds us. This is what stabilizes conditions. This is what prepares us to soar even more. However, if you look at all the research, psychologically, even neurologically, unless there's repetition, support, it's too easy to slip back by default into those old, unrewarding patterns of behavior that mess things up, certainly don't contribute to our highest best interest, certainly don't allow our best interest to emerge in what we're doing. So again, my friends, this point here, I see this all the time. In the Silva Method, there are millions and millions of people all over the world since 1966. And I have to say, I've worked with so many that I've noticed the most successful Silva graduates, the happiest, the most fulfilled, the people who are really transforming their lives, the heroes, and doing what some of them even do what some might call miracles, let alone just day-to-day living and navigating life with more grace and ease and truly taking command of their lives. Those are the people who continue with a growth mindset. There are advanced students. They participate in graduate advanced programs we provide, or they get support, or they hire a coach, or they come back and review the original core program, the training. One of those programs is called Silva Mastery. It builds on that foundation. So if you're a Silva graduate, this is something for you to build on what you know, Silva Mastery, to advance what you know, to integrate it more effectively, to take you to the next step. If you're new to the Silva Method and you're interested, well, you begin with Silva Life and Intuition System. If you're not interested, that's okay too. What I'm saying though is it's necessary that you do something, that I do something. Reading a book helps, it motivates us, inspires us, but unless there's skills developed, competency developed, practice somehow, a framework, something to do, a practice, then we just are consuming knowledge and nothing really changes. Can you relate? And that's what this is all about, where we stabilize. This is where we get more training. This is where we evaluate what more do I need to move the needle, to make that next best move. So my friends, I hope one day to meet you, to shake your hand. I hope you got value out of this. If you did, please share it with your friends. Hopefully they'll get some good value too. And remember, you are far, far better than what you give yourself credit for. You have so much more within you. When you do any training, whether it be with me or any program, you bring everything you need with you. You've got it. What may be missing, though, is the right training, the skill set, the practice, the reinforcement, the support. And we're all in this together. So, my friends, you've got this.